Hi, I'm Ann Mahoney, and I'm running to return to the Quincy City Council. For 18 years, I served the city on the school committee and the city council with a commitment to putting residents first and standing up for transparency, fiscal responsibility, and accountability. I was born and raised in Quincy. I'm a proud graduate of the Quincy Public Schools, just like my 3 kids. I ran a small business here, and I built my life here. My love for the city is what first drew me to public service. Today, I serve as an interim town administrator in a neighboring community. I also bring the experience from the private sector, having worked in marketing and as an executive at global corporations, along with the perspective of a local business owner. That background shaped my belief that government should be efficient, responsive, and accountable to you. I entered public service because I believed Quincy needed independent voices who would ask hard questions and fight for working families. That kind of leadership is missing from the City Council today. When a 79% raise for the mayor was approved without serious debate, when developers were given tax breaks while residents' property taxes went up, when the city's bond rating was downgraded, and when the mayor quietly commissioned 2 10-foot religious statues at the cost of $1 million for the new public safety building without public notice or council input, the council barely pushed back. These weren't routine decisions. They were moments when the council should have stepped up, but instead of speaking up or asking tough questions, they stayed silent. Now Quincy is facing serious financial warning signs. The city's credit rating has been downgraded to a AA- with a negative outlook. That's a clear message from the S&P. Quincy is spending too much and relying too heavily on savings to fill the budget gaps. At the same time, the city's debt payments are rising fast, up nearly 50% next year alone. Debt will eat up about 1/5 of the Quincy's entire budget. That's a big chunk of taxpayers' money going towards paying off debt instead of improving schools, roads, or essential services. And this isn't just a one-time issue. It's part of a 3-year pattern that's raising red flags and putting Quincy's finances at risk. If we don't get spending under control or find stable long-term funding, we could face another downgrade. And if reserves aren't used next year, what's next? With federal and state funding drying up, the only likely option is raising your property taxes. The city has what's called excess levy capacity, which means taxes can be raised without a public vote. And rising assessments, and many families will see higher tax bills next year. And still the City Council isn't pushing for answers or alternatives. When the religious statues for the public safety building came to light, the City Council added it to the agenda, but there was no vote, no resolution, and no effort to assert any real oversight. Some councilors defended the decision, comparing it to religious symbols in cemeteries or historic murals in public buildings. Some were more upset about the story being leaked than what was revealed. Only one raised concerns about the message it sends to the city that's increasingly diverse. But in the end, the City Council took no meaningful action to address the issue or ensure public accountability. Now, the installation has been halted by a lawsuit filed by concerned residents and the support from the civil rights organization. The case argues that placing religious statues on city property violates constitutional protections. And while the mayor has said no public funds would be used, the city solicitor is now involved, meaning taxpayers could be footing the bill. That's not leadership. It's not accountability. I'm running to change that. As your city councilor, I fought wasteful spending and unchecked overdevelopment, fiercely advocated for school funding for public schools, co-founded Quincy Pride and worked to build a more inclusive city hall, and pushed for better roads, traffic relief, and a more reliable MBTA. It's time to bring real oversight back to the council, to speak up when it matters, and to make sure your tax dollars are spent wisely and fairly. Visit votemahoney.com to learn more and get involved. I believe I have the experience and the determination to truly represent you. And if you believe, as I do, that Quincy needs stronger voices on the City Council, I respectfully ask for one of your votes on September 2nd and again on November 4th for City Councilor at large. I'm ready to get back to work, and I'm honored to earn your vote. Thank you.